everybody, and welcome back to Friday Night Live. Woo! So we're here live again, and we've got some guests again, and we've got you guys again, which is so good. It's so good to see you. Now, first things first, just to introduce you to something that you can interact with during this evening's show. It's our chat window. So if you're watching on YouTube, especially, you can see that there's a little chat window. Now, that chat is being monitored by our star announcer again, as it was last week. So you can head on there, leave your name if you want to shout out, leave some shout outs for other people if you want to give some other people a shout out, and if you want to give a bit of a challenge to our surprise guests this evening, you can do that as well. But definitely let us know you're watching, and let us know if you've got any special requests as well for future shows. But first, it's time to go to our star announcer. So, star announcer, are you there?
Hello. Hi, it's me again, Charles.
It's Charles again. We've got Charles, a star announcer. He did such a great job last week that we called him, and you made a few arrangements, didn't you? Pretty busy at the minute.
It is super busy, but yes, I've managed to make it through and be here again, and I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, so we're super excited to have you, and you've got a few new things you're going to do this week, aren't you, Charles, that you didn't do last week?
Yes, that's exactly right. So this week I've been scouring social media, looking for good news stories. So things that are really positive about the week around the world, around the diocese, and just generally good things that are happening. Yeah,
so we've got some good news stories from around the diocese. It's going to be amazing. But Charles, would you get to, first of all, have we got any shout outs to give anyone from last week who you didn't manage to get a shout out to, or anyone particularly that you want to shout out this evening first?
Wow, not that I can remember off the top of my head, but hopefully they're watching again this evening and they'll put something in the chat soon. And we can say hello.
Amazing. Okie doke then. So, Charles, we're going to say goodbye to you, and we're going to say hello to some other people. We're going to say hello to two people you guys may know. Some of you watching will know them very well, I imagine, and we'll be going back to see them throughout the show. So, first of all, let's say hello to... we're going to say hello to Vicky. So, Vicky, are you there, Vicky?
I am here. Hi.
She's here. Oh, amazing. There you are in the corner of our screen. You're live, Vicky. How's it? How are you feeling?
Fairly nervous. I've had 3 outfit changes, but I'm raring to go.
3 outfit changes. Amazing. Your hair's looking good as well.
Thanks. Dean did that. He cut it for me this morning. It was a touch and go there, but we managed it.
I thought so. I thought I saw that. We're all having emergency haircuts at the minute because all the hairdressers are shut, obviously. Brilliant. And where, if you don't mind me asking, where are you coming from today?
So we're in Gedling in Nottingham in my lovely kitchen.
Oh, in your lovely kitchen. It is a lovely kitchen, lovely blue cabinets.
Thanks very much.
Keeping up the blue paint theme we've got going on in all of the videos at the minute. Amazing stuff. Now, we've got a few challenges for you, Vicky. But first, we're going to go to our next guest as well, who is Fran. So, Fran, are you there as well?
Hello, I'm here. Hi.
Yay! There's Fran. So, Fran, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm really good. Just recovering after another week of homeschooling my 2 girls.
Wow, homeschooling. That is exciting. Have you got any top tips for any other homeschoolers out there?
Lots of breaks, and always have some treats. Like we've been having ice lollies as treats at the end of the day. So that's work towards.
That's a good shout. I think that's a good shout for everyone as well, to have an ice cream to work towards at the end of the day. Let's all do that. Amazing. And Fran, if you don't mind me asking as well, whereabouts are you coming from this evening?
I'm coming from Gamston in Nottingham, and I'm in my lovely kitchen as well.
Oh, lovely kitchens all around. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we are going to be saying hello to our guests this evening throughout the show. But we're going to be saying hello to them for some specific things as well. We're going to have some challenges for them. Now, on this week's show, they've set each other a challenge. Yes, so they got in contact with me before the show and said, my challenge for Fran or my challenge for Vicky is to ... Now, some of the challenges as well, you guys can take part in as well. So if you want to think about if you're with other people whose team you want to be on, there's a bit of a quiz as well. Have a think about that. But next up, we are going to go back to our star announcer. And like I said, our star announcer has some good news stories. Stories to help us feel inspired from this week. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on social media quite a lot, more than I'd like to have been. And especially when we're working from home or just at home a lot, it's easy to turn to our screens for entertainment. But what I have seen is there's a lot of good news going around. So our star announcer, if you're back there, a star announcer.
Hello.
Hello, there he is. Star announcer, would you like to just share a few of those good news stories to kick us off? What have we been hearing this week?
I would love to. So as I said, we've been looking around the diocese and we've been looking around the world as well, different things going on. I think I want to start with Good Shepherd. So the Good Shepherd Parish and School, who are over in Arnold, Nottingham. They've been up to all sorts of different stuff, particularly on their Twitter account, where you can see that they've been up to a lot of gardening in their own homes over the last week. So it's been really cool to see what they've been up to. So check them out on the Good Shepherd Twitter account. And I saw today that they, at the parish, at Good Shepherd Parish, they're giving out palms for Palm Sunday, which is this Sunday. But of course, we can't celebrate Mass in the traditional and normal way that we would. But you can pick up a personally sealed palm cross. So make sure if you can safely get to one, that would be amazing. So that's the Good Shepherd School. Next up, I want to talk about Holy Rosary, who are a school over in Burton. They are amazing because I have a special place in my heart for their head teacher, Mr. Brogan. Now, he has started up his own YouTube channel this week, Holy Rosary TV, and they've been doing all sorts of different things, including a bedtime story from one of the staff members last night, and he dressed up as well, which was super cute. And then today they had a praise and worship afternoon as well. So a really cool thing to engage with, not just people at Holy Rosary, but everywhere. So those are the two things I'm going to leave you with for now, but there is loads more.
Oh, amazing. That sounds so good. And it's so good to have so many stories, more than we can share, obviously. And remember, if you've got a good news story that you would like to share with us all, especially for a shout out for that special person who's made that good memory or good news possible, get in touch with us either via one of our social medias, or you can email info@ndcys.com. So thank you for that, Charles. Thanks to our star announcer. We are going to have some challenges, so get your challenging spirits ready at home there. And again, if you're watching at home and you're taking part in this challenge, do let us know. So the first challenge was submitted by Fran for Vicky. So we're going to go to our guests and see how they're feeling. So Vicky, are you ready for this challenge?
I'm so nervous about looking like an idiot and not getting it right.
Oh, it's okay. So I sent something through to you, didn't I? And explained a bit about what the challenge was, but we can take part at home as well. So I'm going to give you a countdown. Vicky, are you ready? Is there any top tips you would recommend for anyone wanting to take part in this at home? Any
top tips that I give?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what I'm doing, Naomi.
Oh, you're not sure? That's a great point. So I'll give you a top tip then. That's such a good point. So yeah, I think I would recommend having your hands, your arms at the ready, and maybe doing a bit of a brain warm up if you can get your brain working at the emoji challenge. So we're going to take part in the emoji challenge very shortly. But first, I would like to see if there's any shout-outs. We're just going to have a little another shout-out thing from Charles. Sorry to just give you more time to warm up, because I've sent that through to you now, Victoria, so you can have a look, make sure you've got your brain in action. And Charles, if you are there, we are just going to pop back to you for some more shout-outs, maybe some live chat shout-outs as well.
Yeah, of course. So Izzy, who you may remember from last week, during the community feel, Rachel Rose over at St. John Horton has also said hello as well. And Voiced Foots, I think I've pronounced that right, has said hello as well. So that's all the chat is at the minute, but hopefully some more people will get involved soon.
Amazing stuff, thank you. And we're back and ready for the emoji challenge. Thanks for that though, it's great to see so many. Hi Luke and Francesca, we're good to see you, and keep your messages coming in for us this evening. So Victoria, sorry about that, we are so ready, Victoria, if you're there, Vicky, to crack on with the emoji challenge this evening. So what's going to happen is I'm going to press a button, and on our screen, for us at home, our viewers, we're going to see a series of emojis. Now, you may have seen this challenge on TikTok, and it's a challenge where some music begins and you have to kind of don't worry, we'll give you a second go. But if you're watching at home as well, maybe video each other doing it, or have a challenge between the people in your room. And if you only want to do, if you're just little and you don't want to do all of them, you could do one each. You could learn one emoji this week. That would be fantastic. So Vicky, are you ready?
I think so. So hang on. So I'm just making the emojis that you've sent me.
Yeah, so the emojis I sent you, I'm going to give you a countdown, and I'm going to put you full screen, and on the bottom of our screen, underneath you, will be the emojis. Okay. So if you could do them out of the camera in order, kind of on a beat.
Got it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, off you go.
I don't know if I'm doing these right or not. How on earth do I do an ear?
Yay! Fantastic! Well done! Woo! And that was brilliant. I was watching. I thought that was brilliant. That was amazing. Like I said, if you're watching from home and you managed to do that, send us in on the chat. Say I managed to do it. Or if you want to have another go. I think though Charles wanted to have a go as well, didn't you, Charles?
I could have a go, Naomi, but you haven't sent me them, so I can't see them at the minute.
Oh, that is sad. We'll get them to you somehow.
Please.
And maybe at the end of the show, we'll have Charles doing that.
Sounds good.
So yeah, like I said, Charles, have we got any announcements there to give? Anything coming on our chat that you want to say?
So we've had James who said hello from this year's team as well as someone called Alfie who's saying a big hello to English Martyrs CVA family, love from Alfie, Charlie and Laura. Now I don't know whether that means English Martyrs Oakham, English Martyrs Leicester or English Martyrs Long Eaton or another English Martyrs somewhere else, so let us know where you guys are actually coming from. But in the meantime, would you like some more good news?
I would love some more good news. I would really, really love some good news in my life, yeah.
Amazing. So it wouldn't go, this thing wouldn't go properly if I weren't to mention Leicester, because of course that's where I'm from. And St. Paul's have been doing an Easter egg hunt this week, and Sacred Heart Parish Church in Leicester have just started up their own YouTube channel as well, Sacred Heart Leicester, and you can see what they get up to as well, all the different things leading up to this kind of Holy Week and Easter week in the coming weeks as well. So all sorts going on in Leicester as well.
Amazing. Oh, it's good to know that actually we're really coming together as a diocese. We're really united anyway. There's a lot of community spirit out there, but it's even more visible, I suppose, in these days, isn't it? What I would like to know from you guys at home is a few questions. Have a chat with the people around you, or if you're not with someone, if you're watching by yourself, that's cool. Just have a think to yourself or message in. Like I said, that's what we're here for. Have you seen that the people in your street have been clapping at 8 o'clock on a Thursday? If they have, answer yes or no. If you haven't seen them, have you seen it on the news? Have you heard about it? We're clapping for the key workers in our world, in our country especially, who are keeping us going. That's the first question. Have you seen them? Second question, how does it make you feel when you see them, or have you joined in? How have you felt? Have you felt a bit emotional? Have you felt excited? Have you felt united? Who knows? But have a little chat with the people next to you. How have you felt? I know I felt really quite emotional yesterday, actually, when I saw people clapping outside. I didn't expect it. And the reason I didn't expect it is because, sometimes on our streets, we have a community, but maybe the community is slightly fractured. It's slightly, people get annoyed about rubbish being in certain places or their bins in a certain place. And actually, small things can start to irritate us, especially when we're in our houses and in our homes in such an intense environment. But actually, on a Thursday at 8 o'clock, we come out of our houses and we clap and we all unite on the same agenda. And I think that's so, so beautiful. That's such a nice thing to do. It's not just a nice thing to do, it's a powerful thing to do. It's really, really moving. So have a chat with the people in your house as the evening goes on. Have you seen that? How does it feel? And why do you think you felt that way? What do you think it was about that moment, everyone clapping all at once, that made you feel the way you're saying you felt? So next, we are going to go to Fran, and Fran is hopefully ready for her challenge, and hopefully you guys are as well at home. So Fran, are you there?
I am there and I'm ready.
She's there and she's ready. Okay, so the same thing, Fran. I sent you, well, we got it to you somehow, something earlier, didn't I? And it was a list of kind of codes. It was very, very odd.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share the codes and the kind of the words with you guys as well on our screen. We'll have some music on for you to go to. We're just going to have a bit of time to try and work out what these codes are. They are text language. So these are kind of things that maybe people are using at the minute to communicate. Communication's huge, and we can definitely communicate through texts. But sometimes people send things to me and I'm like, what does that mean? What is that word? So Fran, you've got a list of these things, haven't you? I'm going to give you some time on that. You're going to be on screen, but to try and work them out. You could talk us through what you're thinking as well.
Okay.
But people at home, you can try and work them out as well. And once you've got them all, we'll give you the answers and see which person in your house won, or we'll see who the overall winner is. Maybe put your score in the chat as well. So Fran, have you got any questions about this challenge?
Only that I definitely don't know many of them.
That's okay. I think you're in a difficult position because it is just you doing this, but actually when we're at home we might have other people to help us as well. And like I said, we've got that chat facility as well. We can help each other out. So I'm just going to pop them up on our screen.
Okay.
And Fran, I'll give you a bit of chance to work through them and talk us through them if you want to, by all means.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to go for the ones that I definitely think I know. So YOLO, you only live once. LOL, laughing out loud. Is TBT Throwback Thursday, I want to say. And then the rest, I'm not confident that I know what they are. No, I think, DM, direct message me, direct message me. And that's about as much as I've got.
That's okay. It's pretty difficult, isn't it? It's really, really difficult. I was looking at it and thinking this. And now, just a reminder, this challenge was set by Victoria. Now, Vicky, are you there? I just wondered if you could come on and explain to us, maybe, did you have any, was there any motivation behind setting this challenge, or was it just to make it a difficult challenge?
No, sorry, Fran. I do love you, really. And I have to admit, I didn't know loads of them either. But I think what's come out of all this time of distance is the fact that we are using social media and technology really to our advantage. We've got the 9:30 club on Monday mornings. I know, Fran, you and I are working together, creating resources for all the students constantly. So I thought, right, let's set ourselves a challenge. How well do we know the technical lingo that our students are using? And as it turns out, we don't know much at all.
No, I know I don't know much either. I don't know many of them. I think it is time to see the answers. So let's have a look. Let's see what those answers were. So we've got all those answers there. I don't know if you got the answers, Victoria. Do you want to read them out to us and see what they were?
Sorry, yeah, I have. I've actually not written one of them down. I don't know what it is. So AMA is Ask Me Anything. BAE is Before Anyone Else. DAE, I didn't write the answer down. I don't know it. Do you have it there?
Before anything else?
DAE.
I'm not sure. I have them, but I can't quite see them from where I'm sat.
Obviously, Fran got DM and YOLO. ELI5 is explain it like I'm 5. FTFY, fix that for you. HIFY, how I feel when. ICYMI, in case you missed it. Fran got LOL. IRL is in real life. SMH is shake my head. And Fran got Throwback Thursday.
Oh, amazing. Well done. Well, thank you for setting them as well. It's really interesting to see what kind of codes and things we use. Codes. I don't know what the actual word is for these things, but to communicate and ways we have of communicating with each other. Thank you, Vicky, for them. And thank you, Fran. Round of applause to Fran as well for on out there. First of all, if you're their star announcer, who has got the full marks? Has anyone got them all right? I wonder. So 1 star announcer, are you there?
Hello.
I think he's still trying to complete the quiz. Oh, there he is. Amazing.
So no one as of yet has put in their scores, but we've had a couple of thoughts about the 8 o'clock clapping in terms of bringing together as a community, and also meeting neighbours as well is a big thing. Is actually seeing people that you might not know are your neighbours, or you don't spend that much time with them, is actually saying hello to them and getting to know them a little bit better as well. something that's been really positive. Would you like some more good news?
I'd love some more good news. Thank you for asking. Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. So we're going to go a bit broader this time. I'm going to talk about someone in Portobello, which is a place in London. Now, this person is called on Instagram the Portobello Priest. They're a vicar in the Anglican Church, and he has been out and about this week because he decided that the church, because we can't come to the church, he should go out. So he's been out onto the streets of Portobello with a big speaker out the back of his car, singing Amazing Grace and getting people to come and join in with them. So it's not about preaching, it's not about being overly Jesus-y about anything, but instead it's just getting people to sing a song they might be familiar with, and just spending some time with them in the community, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if you want to follow him, he's on the Instagram at Portobello Priest. So that is one bit of good news. Another bit that I've literally just seen on Twitter is that Cardinal Vincent Nichols, Justin Welby, who is the head of the Anglican Church, and the chief rabbi, who I believe his name is Ephraim, have been together on a group chat, basically recording some conversation between the three of them, because normally they would meet quite regularly in person, but this is the kind of first time they've done a video chat. And the hashtag they've used is God Sustains, which I think is amazing. So check that out as well.
Oh, amazing. That is such good news. I saw that on Twitter as well, that all the different leaders meeting together. That's really powerful. Really powerful indeed. So, some other good news, Charles, you'd be happy to know, is that I have got the emoji challenge to you.
Wow, you have. I've just seen it.
I have. I've got it to you. So there's no escaping this challenge. Now, like I said, if you're at home, if you are sat on your sofa or wherever you are watching your screen, no matter how old or young you are, you can take part in this. So if you're just little and you just want to... maybe one of your adults at home can help you work out one or two of the emojis. You could do this one, you could do that one, you could do this one. There's even the ear one, which isn't really an action, but you could just put your ear towards someone as if you're listening. So, but Charles, there's no excuse for you, really, is there, Charles?
Not at all.
No, there's not. You can do this. So we're going to go back to our emoji challenge page and have the music on. And if you're ready at home, make sure you've got one of the emojis ready, or both of them, or the praying hands. Which one are you going to choose? I'll give you a bit of a moment to work it out. Okay. You got one ready? Or two, or maybe three. If you could manage three different ones, that'd be amazing. But like I said, Charles, I'm expecting the full 8 from you.
Wow.
So, okay, are you ready, Charles? Any questions?
I think I'm ready.
You think you're ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, let's go then.
That's all 8.
Oh, yeah, well done. Well done, well done, well done. You managed to do it. Now, again, let's maybe send some pictures in from home if you've got a picture of you doing that, or if you want to send in a little message to say how you did. Which is your favourite emoji from that? We'll get that shouted out to you. But for now we are going to come towards the end of our live show soon, in about 6:30, just to let you know about some things that are happening next week. Now, next week is Holy Week. Yes, it's Holy Week already. It's almost Easter. It's so close to being Easter, and we get to eat our Easter eggs and have a great time. And that means there's loads going on for you guys to get involved with. The first half of the week, Bishop Patrick is going to be live streaming Mass at 10 o'clock from his chapel in his house, which is really cool and really generous of him. But then actually moving forward from then, on Thursday, we've got loads of stuff going on Monday, Thursday. Good Friday at 12 p.m, 12 noon. We've got a live Stations of the Cross, and all of our chaplains, well, most of our chaplains and different communities from across the diocese could be joining together live on NDCYS Live, yes, right here, to join in and say the Stations of the Cross and pray them together at 12 noon. And then we've got a 3 p.m. service with Bishop Patrick, and then actually we're back for Friday Night Live next Friday as well. It may look a little different because it is Good Friday next Friday, but do join us. So anything else going on, Charles, in our diocese this week that we should be keeping an ear out for? Like you said, that ear emoji. What should we be looking out for?
Well, that's a cracking question. Thanks for asking it, Naomi. I think the first thing is just to reiterate what you're saying, really, is that there's lots of different and exciting things going on across the diocese in terms of live streaming Holy Week. So check out your local parish website to find out where they're live streaming things. But in the meantime, there's been some interesting news coming from Wales this week. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but there's some goats who have wandered down from the hills around Llandudno to explore the village, because then no one's going out anymore. So there's lots of like wildlife and things coming down from places, and there's a particular group of goats wandering around the village. So it's a great video to watch as they meander the streets. Also, I want to shout out All Saints Chaplaincy. I don't know who runs that account, but they've been doing loads of stuff on YouTube this week, and it's been really, really good. So make sure you check them out as well. There's lots of really interesting videos on there. Obviously, Joe Wicks is doing his PE lessons, so check that out. I mean, I'm not saying that I've done any of them at all, but I might make an effort to do that. Another guy who you may have heard of, now this is very broad, this is going over to America now, is a guy called John Krasinski. Now, he's an actor in the American version of The Office. He's also the director and star of A Quiet Place, which is a film, maybe for people a little bit older. But he's been doing some good news stuff. So he's got a YouTube channel. So I think it's called The Good News or Good News Things or something like that. And on it, he talks about all the amazing things that are happening kind of their side of the world in America at the minute, and other things and bits and pieces as well. But it's a really, really positive thing. So go and check him out. Naomi's already mentioned Bishop Patrick and all the incredible things that he's doing live streaming in such a difficult time. So make sure you check out what Bishop Patrick's been up to. I think that is some of the good news. I've probably got some more stuff, Naomi, but I don't want to eat up all of our time with good news.
You don't. That's very, very generous and humble of you. There's so much good news. Maybe we'll have to make a separate show for all this good news, I think.
We might have to.
But yeah, it's great. So thank you, Charles, for all of the good news. Like I said, if you've got any final comments you want to chuck in before the end of the show, we are going to end in a bit of a time of prayer and thanksgiving this evening for all of the things that we are grateful for in our lives. I might just actually pop to our guests and ask them if they would mind sharing what they are grateful for or thankful for in our lives. I think it's a really important thing to do, and something I know I don't do often enough, even if it's one thing or one person that I'm really grateful for. Because in times like this, it's difficult sometimes to see the good in the world. Even though we're surrounded by it, you can see people clapping. Deep in our hearts sometimes it's like, what is going to happen? We're filled with worry sometimes about the adventure ahead of us. And actually this Sunday is Palm Sunday, the Sunday when Jesus arrived in Jerusalem ready for an adventure. And he knew probably what the outcome of that adventure was going to be. But the people were still full of joy and clapping and rejoicing and welcoming him into their community and welcoming him back. But he knew what was going to happen. And sometimes it's difficult to see the good and just enjoy the good. So I wondered, as guests, could I go to you guys and either Vicky or Fran, I don't mind which one, if you wouldn't mind sharing just some good news or something you're grateful for in your life at the moment, if you've got something.
Hey Naomi. So it's strange, isn't it? Times like this, you sort of think that everything's testing you and you're being challenged in such an incredible way, but it also just has a complete flip side. I know personally, I feel like I'm so grateful for everything, for absolutely everything that perhaps we take for granted ordinarily. Just grateful for, like you mentioned, neighbours. I've got some wonderful neighbours near me, Alison next door and Lynn over the road. Grateful for my family who are constantly on the phone. Grateful to have a house. Grateful to be warm. Just grateful for all the things that perhaps you think are ordinary and that you don't really give a second thought to. And I want to make sure that as a mission, perhaps, as a diocese, we can make sure that we remember how grateful we are for the simple things. So when we can have friends around, when we can go out and meet friends for dinner or go to school even, that we don't take it for norm, that we think, actually, do you know what, I'm really ever so grateful for this. And not forget how difficult perhaps times have been when we've been isolated and separate from our friends and different members of the community and family. So I'm really, Naomi, at the moment, just grateful for everything.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm so glad that you're grateful for everything. It's so nice as well to hear what other people are grateful for, and that actually makes me feel a lot more upbeat and positive about what I'm grateful for as well. So thank you, Vicky. Fran, have you got anything you'd like to share on that as well?
Yes, I've brought in two other people that I'm grateful for. They wanted their little debut on YouTube as well. So these are my two daughters. This is Kitty and Winnie. And I'm, of course, really grateful for them. We've been spending a lot of time together at the moment, homeschooling. So it's been a challenging time, but a really special time as well. And at the end of our school day, we have a story, and then we say a little prayer together, and we take it in turns to kind of say something that we're grateful for, or somebody that we want to pray for each day. So what did we say today? What did you say, Kitty?
I said the people who are poorly.
Anyone that's poorly. And who did you want to pray for, Winnie?
Nanny Bit.
Nanny Bit Bit, that's their great grandma, who we call Nanny Bit Bit because she gives them biscuits all the time. So those are the people that we are grateful for, and we pray for today.
Oh, amazing. That's so good. And hi guys, welcome to YouTube.
Hi.
Are you guys excited to be live for all these people?
Pardon?
Are you guys excited? It's exciting being live for all these people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched
You could
Izzy
get
last
your own
week,
show as well.
Don't we? So you're excited to watch again this week.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much. We're going to hand over to Charles as well. And Charles, what would you like to say thank you to God for, or that you're grateful for this evening?
Wow. I think for me, the thing that I've been most grateful for about all of this is that I've been on FaceTime, Hangouts, all the different kind of house party, whatever it's called, like all of those different social medias, conversing and talking to people that I haven't spoken to in a long time, or that I'd only see maybe twice or three times a year. I'm actually finding myself putting more and more time into speaking to them and hanging out with them. So it's been amazing to reconnect, I guess, to people. And that is what I'm grateful for.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's what you're grateful for. That's so cool. You know, actually, we're grateful for so many things. What we're going to do in a moment is we're going to give you guys at home a chance to think about what you're grateful for. Just have some dedicated time to do this. We've heard what other people are grateful for, but actually we're going to have a bit of time to do that. Charles, before we begin, would you just mind sharing a few bits of good news, just to remind us of the good things that have happened? And then we're going to go into a bit of a time of prayer and reflection, just in our own family homes, wherever we are. And we'll do that. So over to you, Charles, again.
Cool. So the final few things, I guess, is that you need to check out CAFOD on all their socials. The CAFOD is someone that we at the Brides work with really, really closely, and they've been doing all sorts of different bits and pieces. And one of their missions at the minute is to defend the defenders, and so it's a very kind of football focused mission. And so they're doing a keepy uppy competition on their Twitter at the minute, in which they kind of like do a kicky uppy with something and then kick it out of the screen, and then someone else will pick it and then kicky up something else. So they're encouraging everyone to get involved with that, and it's actually really cool. And you're seeing people from all over the world do keepy uppies with all sorts of different things, be it footballs, toilet paper, pencils, whatever it might be. Just a little bit of fun there as well, which is great. And I think that is all of the good news that I've found. But if you want to find out more about any of the good news pieces that we've done, make sure you get in contact with us so we can let you and send you in the right direction. If you want to find out mass times and things, as I said, check out your local parish website. And if you've got some good news that you want to bring up for next Friday, then please let us know about it as well. Message us and we can get as involved with the good news as we possibly can.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Charles, as well. So thank you for joining us. Like I said, we're going to head to have a little bit of time of reflection in a moment. So if you just get yourselves comfy, give yourselves an arm stretch, give yourselves a little bit of a wiggle and wiggle your fingers, and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as well. Okay, so if you're with people, you could maybe chat with them, or you could just sit and reflect. We're going to have a bit of music on and a bit of a visual as well for us this evening to help us reflect. I'm going to read a short bit of scripture while that visual is on as well. And then we'll come back and we'll say goodbye to our guests at the very end, and then say goodbye to you guys, and we'll see you on Monday eventually. But for now, let's just join in some prayer time. So we begin in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John chapter 1, verse 5. So God, we thank you for all the things that we're grateful for. We thank you for all the goodness that you placed in our world. and in our lives, in the people around us, and the people we're maybe sat with this evening as well. We thank you for them. We ask you for courage from the Holy Spirit to go forward and to be loving, generous, kind people, especially when it seems the most difficult to be. And we ask you to keep safe all of the people in our lives who we love the most and that we love the least. We hold all of the people who we're praying for at the moment, all the people who have asked us to help keep them safe, in our prayers. As we say together, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. We end our time of prayer. Last week, it's sometimes really odd, I think, to pray in places where we don't usually sit and pray, whether it's at a desk if we're watching from, or a kitchen, or a spare bedroom, or just our lounge sometimes may not be a place where we normally pray or say prayers or connect with our faith or talk about our faith at all. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining us this week as well. We're going to start saying goodbye and say goodbye to our guests and the people who've been watching from home as well. So we're going to head to our guests and say goodbye to you guys first. So Fran, I know you're there. Any final words, Fran? Anything you want us to do this week, or like get in contact, or I don't know, any final words basically?
Just first of all, thanks for having me on. We had a lovely time, and I guess just bring Holy Week to the forefront of our minds. For me, I know like this week with my children, we've been sent work from their teachers to think about Holy Week, and that felt like a huge responsibility, being in charge of all of that kind of spiritual education for them, but at the same time a real blessing and so special. We've been looking at that together, so I just kind of encourage others to really, even though we can't be at church, we can still feel and be with God in this special time, and just to kind of not forget about it, even though we can't go to church, but do our best to kind of really travel through this Holy Week together and to that true celebration on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that is such great advice actually, and it's good to enjoy the journey, isn't it? Not just looking to the end of it, and you've got to make the most of that, because that's where we are, I suppose, at the end. So thank you so much for joining us, Fran, as well. Right. And thank you to your two lovely daughters as well for being stars of the show there as well. They can come back if they want. You can. We might have one big show and we've just got all the guests who've been on. That'd be amazing. But thank you so much for joining us. So goodbye to you.
Bye.
Next up, we'll say goodbye to Vicky. So Vicky, are you there still?
I'm here still, yes. Thank you so much for having me on. I've had lots of fun as well.
Oh no, you've been amazing, and well done with the challenges as well. Anything that you want to say? I know you said a little bit earlier about our mission, which was brilliant. I'm so glad you said that. Anything else you want to say to us?
Yeah, I know you mentioned earlier on about the fact that youth service are live streaming the stations on Friday at 12 o'clock. But what we've introduced, which we think is really nice, to keep hold of this sense of community and that we are in it together. We are asking all the students from every school in the diocese to try and create the reflections for our stations. Now, if you go onto your trust websites, there should be information on there. So if you're in Olol, if you go to the Inspirational website, and if you're Ralph Sherwin, you go to their trust website, and there should be some information on there for you to pick a scripture quote from which station it is. You create the reflection and then send it in to us. And then when we do the live stream, hopefully we'll be able to take a couple of those and we'll read the scripture piece, and then we will use your reflection as the reflection, really to show that it's a community effort. It is all the students, it's all the young people within the diocese, it's your chaplains, it's your youth service, and we can come together as one on Good Friday. And I think, that'll be really powerful and really lovely.
That is such a good shout, and actually coming together on Good Friday, you're right, it's going to be really powerful, more than other days, I know as well. Yeah, so thank you, and goodbye Vicky, goodbye. And last but not least, our star announcer is probably going to be there, and we'll say goodbye to him. Are you there, star announcer?
Hello.
hello once more. Anything you want to say to our viewers this evening, that you've been beautifully communicating their messages to us all this evening? Anything you want to say?
Just thanks for watching again this week. It's a real team effort from everyone. It's not just us guys on the screen, it's you guys as well. And I think this is, for me, one of the highlights of my weeks now, is coming together as a community and kind of celebrating, having a bit of fun and a bit of prayer time as well. It's a good way of grounding our week and ending our week together as well, which is amazing. And of course, it starts again at 9:30 on Monday morning with our Monday morning prayer.
It does indeed. So we've got 9:30 Club as well. Yeah, don't forget that 9:30. And you can even set a reminder now on YouTube. So you can head to YouTube, head to the event itself at 9:30 on Monday and set a reminder. And so it's like an alarm clock basically. It won't ring like an alarm clock, but it's a good thing to do so you don't miss it. And then going forward. So thank you for being our star announcer again, Charles. Goodbye to you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And finally, it's goodbye from me. And like I said in the other videos and everything we've ever done, make sure to subscribe and to set your notifications for future videos as well. We've got Friday Night Live next week, but before that we've got 9:30 Club on Monday with Tom, and then through the week we've got a load of stuff to join in with, especially during Holy Week. So that's all from me, and all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye. So goodbye and see you next week.